What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Life Unfiltered, the podcast where we're diving into Black psychology, Black love, Black culture, and of course, Black relationships. You're here with Isaiah, but I'm not in the studio by myself. Of course, I'm here with the Black Queen herself, Lady Cash.
Hi, everybody.
I got my good brother here that's with me all the way from the sandbox days, man. We going back, Jesus Christ, 28 years, man. Got my good brother Aaron in the building. What's up, bro?
Man, what's going on to you? How you doing, everybody?
Yeah. And I just felt like since we're shooting this in Baltimore, it's not right if we don't have a Baltimore Queen herself. So of course we got Baltimore Bria in the building. What's up, lady?
Baltimore Brie. I like
You
that.
feel me? I feel
That
like that
was
should be your
cute.
new IG tag or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Be more Brie.
hey, that's kind of fancy, high
Be more
key.
Brie. That was clothing line coming out, y'all.
Hey, but just go on and you know what I'm saying. Give me a little piece of that ownership because
I
that
got
is
you.
fire. You feel me?
Came from you.
Be more Izzy.
No.
No, I ain't from Be more. Nonetheless, all right, so let's do a recap from last week, man. We dealt with episode one, relationships and rent payments. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time on the air last week. And so today, man, we getting ready to dive a little bit deeper. Y'all got two brother perspectives as well as two female perspectives to really figure out what's going on in the culture, in the realm of dating and love and relationships, especially in black culture, right? So relationships and rent payments last week, we basically talked about what does black relationships look like in our society now? You know what I mean? In order for a man to date a woman, we got to hop into her DM. And then once we get there, we got to be ready to pay her lights, gas, water, her rent, her nails, feet, hair, and the outfit just to get her to come out on our first date. Like, that's bananas. Like, the level of investment before I even know if I like you all the way. Like, right now, I just think you cute. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, Jesus Christ. Like, by the time I get you out on a date, I've already invested 500. And then we talked about how you know what I mean? These are not regular dates. We're not walking through the park no more. You feel me? Like now it's $500 white tablecloth Mastros and Ruth Chris, you know what I mean, style dates. You know what I mean? Because these women nowadays they have these high expectations. And if men don't do it, then it's like, I don't want to talk to you, brokey. You know what I mean? So we really dealt with that last week. This week we're gonna go in deeper, you know what I'm saying? So welcome to episode two where we're talking about love ain't free expectations, entitlement, and emotional rent. Yeah, we finna
Mm.
go there. We finna go there. Bro, what you got from last week? Anything?
Last week, man, where we kind of cut off at, it was the entitlement part of old days, more so with how do you translate from having your grandparents' love and how they started off versus now where it's like, okay, are you entitled to anything on a date? Are you entitled to certain things like love? Are you entitled to certain things as far as, oh, I paid for this, now I'm entitled to do X, Y, and Z. That's where I think we left off, and even going back further into like different countries and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything from last week, babe? Rent payments, relationships, your perspective on men, women, and our obligations?
I feel like if you're in the dating pool right now, um, I can't speak from a perspective of me because I'm not there, but I feel like you put yourself in different situations when you go after certain type of people. I feel, and I feel like because of the way the world and culture is set up, everything is already naturally first physical, but now even in dating and person and relationships, everything it starts off physical. So it's like if the guy wants the girl with the snatched body and the lips done and the weave done, like you can kind of look and gauge what type of person that might be.
So basically, if we want somebody fine, we got to pay for it. Like, I mean, is that where we
To an
at with it?
extent,
Like,
kind of, yeah, because you're
wow,
putting
shots
yourself
fired.
in a you're
Oh,
putting yourself in a position to either have to help her with that upkeep, or
wow.
basically she's not going to want to go outside if she doesn't look like that because people are really that vain. I know women like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, my hair's not done, I'm not going. And if you're not paying for it, then catch me next week when I got the money to get my hair done because I'm not going nowhere with you looking like this.
Okay, so let's just go on and let's just dive into it then since we here. You know what I'm saying? So love ain't free. Do
That's not
men,
love though. That's dating.
But I mean, I'm dating for love. I'm not dating so that I could just pay your rent.
Some people are. You gotta give the whole perspective and narrative
So you
though.
got dating with benefits.
then that's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
So okay. So now we got to touch back on where we was at last week because it just hit me again. Dating with benefits. We talked about that. Remember, because we said, you know what I mean. Women, you come out with these expectations. The man got to do this, 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 and this, all financially to get my attention. But then now in his mind, he's saying, okay, well I'm paying for the butt. So then once he smashed, he's no longer interested. And then now the woman is like, oh, you pursued me. Let's move forward in the relationship. But he not there. So here's my question, and let's dive in, and we'll start with Baltimore Bree. You know what I'm saying? Do men and women have different financial responsibilities when they're trying to date?
No, but I think that the past, like your great auntie and uncle who say, "Don't go with that broke dude unless he paying your bills." Culture teaches you to go with it.
So
And
she's
see,
saying that
You know,
auntie
grandma done
raised you
said
a
that.
gold
but see,
digger.
and that's what I said.
You know, grandma done said that. You
Episode
know,
one, my grandmother always told me. She said, "You let a man be a man,
Get
and
Granny on the podcast.
don't cut him no slack."
but
To
also,
me, that means like you don't. So if you're in a relationship, for whatever reason, if something goes bad, yeah, you should be able to support your mate.
hmm
Like they say, significant other sign here if I can't, so it's like you have that dynamic of
Oh my
relationships.
god.
However,
you side.
Oh my god. So I'm the signer
You side.
in this
and
situation.
sometimes I'm the signer though, but that's in like we in a committed relationship, we're talking about just dating, like,
hmm
so it's like, of course you want somebody who can provide for you. Is that their job off the bat to provide for you? In my opinion, no, it's not. But some women are only going for a man who's going to say, hey, what do you need? What do you need?
But to me, the fellas that feel unappreciated are the ones where it's like like, all right, I'm gonna do this, right? But then I come home and it's dirty and I ain't got nothing to
So we
eat.
haven't even got there yet because we're literally just on dating right now.
But I mean, we can go there though. Like, I feel like we're looking, and bro, chime in. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like we're looking at dating as this is no future.
Transactional
We
instead of
just here.
You
relational.
Like
said
transaction.
expectations, so that's what
Yeah.
Right, but I feel like, you know what I'm
majority.
saying? Like, like kind of how you were just like, well, when the man comes home, he don't got nothing to eat, and she's like, well, we not there yet. We just dated. But that's what I'm saying. We're dating with intention. You know what I mean? So at the point that I feel like this is not free. Like I'm paying financial rent, if you will, to get this person's attention. And then you said, well, grandma said, don't cut him no slack, let a man be a man. In provision, yes. So once I get you and we rocking, then I feel like, you know what I'm saying, at that point I have an obligation as a man. But why do I have to basically show you I'm husband material when you showing me that you trick material?
Much almost in the same sense. It's pretty much in the same sense. There's this thing I thought about from last week, and I've been thinking about it all week. Bare minimum. We live in a society now; everything is bare minimum. So our man is supposed to go full out for everything, but a woman gives bare minimum until she's either married or she gives everything out, and the man is doing bare minimum by just saying, "Hey, how's your day going?" Or "Hey, have you ate today? What's your favorite color with this?" Who knows what all of these questions may mean, right? I just think
What
there's
point? So it sounds like you're talking about the cat and mouse game, which, you know what I'm saying. I'm all about a little chase. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna talk about me. If a woman, if a woman don't make me chase her just a little bit, I don't even want you no more because it's like, why you turn around and give it to me so fast? You know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is there a point where the cat and mouse game becomes too much? Like if I'm trying to get your attention and you continue to basically tell me pay me, or women use that saying like, if he want to he will, if he got it he gonna do. Like, when does that become too much?
Well, that saying, if he wanted to, he would, I think comes from the female perspective of a man not giving to her or putting out
Or not
anything
even
for something.
trying.
They're not even trying. Like, that's like
I
the
feel
phone
that.
call, kind of like bro just said, Aaron said, like, oh, how's your day going? Have a great day, beautiful. Like, that's if you wanted to, he would. Did I cross your mind enough for you to say, you know what, let me shoot you a text or
So
something
can I
like that?
text and not financially contribute.
Can I text and not get a text back like, can you cash at me?
Exactly. Exactly. Because
That's
that's
But
that's how
insane.
that's how females is coming nowadays. So okay, let me ask you. Do you as a female, right now in your dating life, whatever that look like, do you have room? Because you have children.
I have two.
Two children. Okay. Do you have room for the man that's not going to provide right now, but he'll give you all the cute messages, all the time, all the attention, but he's like, I'm not dropping bread till I know this real.
Well, me personally, off of like experience, yeah, I'm normally the one sending. Yeah. I
Oh,
have sent my baby father $10,000 one day. Like I just sent it to him. I was in a I'm that person. Like
Aaron, this Bria.
I
Bria, this Aaron.
Baltimore Breeze. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, listen.
Yo,
I
the
can
show
pull it up
get it
right now.
live.
I can pull it up right now. It's crazy. Like I'm just that. So I grew up in foster kids, so it's just like I care for people to smile. That's my thing. Like,
Wow.
but and then I love hard. So it'd be like, all right, well, you might have blacked my eye, but come here, baby. I got this $500 for you. Give me a hug. It's
Okay,
okay.
that's a little toxic,
Bria,
but
I actually got a question though.
yeah, the toxicity just hit the chat, but it's
I'm
cool.
sorry. I'm just
But
being
okay, so let me ask you, because now basically it's three dudes in here in cash. So let's really dive in here. You feel
down.
me? Do you expect the butt after you send that 10 bands?
No. So look, right?
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie. I once I'm angry, take the money and don't touch me.
but when you happy and you send the money, you expect what
Still
from the
don't
butt?
touch me.
Oh, so this is just
You
straight
got a
boom.
question.
This for you.
Boom, have it. Enjoy.
Wow.
And tell me how you enjoyed it too. I want to see you come back with something. Now his thing was he would go to the casino. So he would come back with more, not give me any, but that's fine because I gave you that to enjoy yourself.
Sheesh.
Go back, blow that, and then come back and then I pay the rent. So I'm the man
And
at
that's
this point.
crazy.
Aaron, this Bria. Bria. It's Aaron, you feel me? I think
I actually
I
got a,
think
I
this
got a
just
question.
became the love connection.
You know what?
Mhm.
Hey,
It
dog.
sound like
Yeah,
Aaron
nah.
if you need
Because if,
some.
if if you got rent that needs to be paid, you don't got no
Bria.
time to be acting bougie. Like,
Yeah. Nah, I actually got a question. I got a solid question.
okay, what you got? What you got? What you got?
Uh,
What you got?
so, Bria, you bring up
Dang.
something that was very like personal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Do you
rent
believe
paid.
that coming from like foster care, coming from a place where you not in the sense of like trying to get it on your own or more so you don't have like certain things internally. I don't know your situation, but just saying from a general standpoint, do you feel that contributes into how men and women date, whether you are a woman coming from a foster system or a dude that comes from a foster system, so you have that extra sense of like, hey, let me show you that I love you and I care
Provision,
versus
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, because of experience, you get foster parents that take your stipend and do other stuff with it. Don't even tell you, when I date, it's really not necessarily about the money. It's just I got it or let me help out. But the emotion part and the like figuring out my partner, sometimes using money help with that.
So you know what though, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I really appreciate her perspective. Number one, I know that the chat right now going crazy because I could just hear all of the females that's listening. Like I'll never give a dude 10 bands, but I appreciate your perspective though because I feel like do I disagree with some of what you said? Yes, but we'll dive into that in a minute. But I appreciate your perspective of stepping up and basically saying I've held the provider seat in my relationship. You know what I'm saying? And all I expected back from you was
Just a hug.
genuine love.
Yeah,
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
love,
So
care,
which
concern,
goes into what we
affection.
talking about. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I don't feel like love free. I feel like in today's market an investment has to be made. But she's just came in and said, well, hold up. I was making the investment. You know what I'm saying? So what's your perspective? Like, is love okay, let's go there. Is love free?
Um, no, I don't feel like love is free. I feel like somebody's always depositing something, whether it's emotionalism, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's your ear, counseling, your care, concern, love, attention, affection. You're always depositing something. And in the end, you do expect for that to be given back to you. Maybe not always financially, but definitely like the basic needs of a person, a normal person, or be love, attention, uh, affection, care, concern. That's what any person would want from, whether that's a friendship or an intimate relationship, a marriage, a family relationships. You're going to want reciprocity in those relationships. And just to piggyback on what you said, Britt, me being a woman who has also, I ain't never just handed a Negro 10 bands, but I have definitely,
I ain't get it.
I received 46 that day.
Okay,
well,
but I
bless
mean, I'm just
you.
saying, I ain't never
Be
got
a
10 bands
blessing.
no more.
Gave him your tithe.
You hear me? I said, you want lunch? Next thing you know, he was telling everybody at his job, yo, look, it was crazy. I'm sorry.
But I would love that. I would love to one day receive 50 bands and be able to just, sell my husband 10 and say, babe, that's for you.
Okay.
Absolutely. You
Okay,
know
let's
what I
pause
mean?
just really quick, really, really quick. 50 bands,
I still have
and
some.
I get the 10. You feel me,
I
bro?
just was
Now
Like,
the
putting it in
10
that's what she said. She said,
Well,
I
that
got
was for
48.
lunch.
She said, I got 48,
they
and I just
they,
gave
they
him
wasn't
10.
married though.
We weren't married. It was for lunch.
We can
And
show somewhere in the 25 range. But go ahead, finish your statement
What's
and just
mine is
just
yours. I was
reset it.
just showing, like, that's, you
well,
know?
I feel you, but when we talking perspective, it came out loud just now. So I just want you to hit me with the, you feel me?
Martin and Gina.
Yeah, you
I,
know what I'm saying? We just got to say it right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I want to say he spent most of it.
Okay.
I,
Now, what
So
what what what
then
she
Jimmy,
said originally that I didn't agree with, and I kind of want to dive into that because it's talking about is love free. Is she said, you know what I'm saying, that not only was she the breadwinner in the situation, but she says sometimes the financial investment helps with the emotional openness, if you will. Is that what you said earlier?
I do. I feel like that though.
But see, I feel like that's not necessarily true only from the male perspective because, and bro, help me. I can point out tons of people who have made financial contributions and
Didn't
later
get the
on didn't get
return
a response.
or a
Or
response
the
emotionally.
date, you know what I'm saying? The date, you went on the date because you bought it basically, and then when you got there, you realized this really ain't a connection unless I'm taking you shopping and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. So I felt like psychologically, it brought like a false expectation. You know what I'm saying? Because what if I fall in love with you for what you can do and not who you are?
Then I love you.
Oh my God.
that's the nicest thing I've ever heard. She said, then I love you. What?
So let me ask you: are some financial investments made by men to women or women to men a move of control or validation? Like, are you seeking to validate? You seeking to control?
Absolutely, yeah. I do agree there.
On
Um,
which one?
Now for the men, control. I don't care. Any man that slides you any couple
I don't
dollars.
think so.
It be controlling because then they want to know what you did with that money. We don't necessarily ask too
Sometimes,
much.
but not all the time. I don't feel like men.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, they do.
Or it's like I gave you something, so you owe me this. So if you give somebody, you going on a date and you give her some money, she gotta give you some.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about me and Cash. Okay, so
Memory lane.
oh, here we
All
go.
right.
You know,
Where's this
back in the
going?
days when I was young,
Hey.
I'm not a kid
Okay.
anymore. No, but real talk. Like, so when I first started dating Cashmere, like I was telling her, like money really wasn't a thing for me. I had no problem, and I've never been a trick in my life, but I had no problem giving you gas if we both at the gas station
Hmm.
because my time was what was most important for me. So like it would be nothing. I'm gonna keep it 100. It would be nothing for me to give you $200. Smash, get on out the door. Okay, cool. But if you actually want me to sit here and talk to you and figure out and learn you and show you care and compassion, you asking me for a whole different element now. Because if I'm sitting here with you, then I'm not making money, or I might not be out hanging out with the bros, or whatever it is that I really want to do. So I really got to be interested in you for that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't necessarily say I was trying to control her though. Like, but I do understand when women put themselves in product mode that if a man buys the product, then he feels like he should be able to operate it whenever. Maybe that didn't come out right, but
Yeah,
I
because I
shot it.
was just
Yeah,
ready to say the way
definitely
that that
not.
I
sounded.
shot the shot. I shot it.
Product.
But bro, you get what I'm saying though.
So,
Don't you
no, I
agree?
get,
Don't you
no,
do
I
it?
get,
You know what?
and
Be
first off,
careful because
hey,
your rent finna
hey,
be paid.
Your rent about to be paid, so
I'm on the floor.
in a few minutes, baby.
I'm just
I'll send you
saying.
the cash app in a few minutes. However, comment what I do what I do agree with is kind of what Cash is saying and kind of what my bro is saying. At one point or the other, it's not necessarily, hey, what are you doing with the money? I don't care about the money. It's just the time that's invested. But when I'm away and now it's like, okay, I've invested time into you. Now I'm thinking about you. I'm making a mental, psychological investment as well as a money investment. So now, what are you up to? What's going on? How's the day going? Now you having more and more questions. Oh, well, I'm just out with my homegirls or whatever. Whatever the case may be. Oh, well, can you send me $500? Cool. What's going on? Because now I'm invested at what you're doing in your own life. So it's not controlling. I just now want you to communicate with me. I want you now to communicate with me what's going on. What do you need with this 500? I really don't care. But if you expect for me to really be invested emotionally as well as financially, open up to me and talk. Because at that moment, then, as my brother said, it's becoming like a transactional thing. Oh, give me the $500. No questions asked. Well, if there's no questions asked, I need you to be here at 8 o'clock. No questions asked because I want to go out and do whatever.
And I just feel like that's messing up the genuine nature of love within young black couples like us. You know what I mean? You mentioned, which one of y'all mentioned grandparents earlier, but I think both of y'all
Both.
did. Like, grandma was married 50 years.
Yeah, she ain't play with Papa Charles. She did not play with him. He cleaned that yard. He took out that trash. He worked. He even made bars of soap.
Oh,
And you know what Grandma did? Cooked,
but
breastfed,
listen though. You feel
cleaned.
me? Auntie was married 42 years.
And Auntie was also sleeping with. Never mind.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that to Auntie.
My
You feel me?
bad.
But
Toxic
we,
Tarnish
chat.
her good name.
we're not seeing longevity in relationships no more, and I feel like it's because the expectations are different. Like it's almost like get what you can get while you can get it, and then at the end of it, you won.
Yeah,
Mm.
a lot of people are like that. Like I could say, like in a past relationship, that kind of is was the dynamic, and I didn't see it. You know, it's like when you're so close up on something, you don't see it until it's like far away, and it's like clear as day to you. So that's how I felt in that situation. Kind of like what Aaron just said when he was like, you know, am I paying for you to, I don't care what you do with it. I just, want to make sure like you're good or something like that. Or you mentioned something else about I the expectation of that. For me it was like I just want you to shut up and leave me alone, but didn't
Mm.
realize like what I was in was completely one like unequally yoked, but it was tormentive. So it was like I was literally just kind of paying to get away from a person rather than you know genuine care and concern about your needs, and you just did not have at the time.
I think we all have been in a situation where we just trying to get away from somebody for sure.
Oh, I don't
But
try. That goes.
Baltimore Bria said,
I
"I'm
don't
I'm
try.
I'm gonna start up the whip. I'm out of there."
I do it while you at work.
But also Aaron
What?
mentions
Yeah,
which
yeah,
wait one more time.
yeah,
I do, I
yeah.
do it while you at work. I do, and
I was gonna try to skate past that, but she said that though.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I try to avoid. I'm not really a good when I'm in my feelings or emotions. I'm not a good talker.
She the Charles from Medea. I mean, she packing up hell and stuff. And
Charles got drowned. I don't want to be Charles.
all right, so let me pose this question since we're talking about relationships, and this is a really really great conversation, by the way. Okay, so what happens when the woman is the breadwinner? Like, you know what I mean? Can the man? Cause okay, because this is what I'm saying. Think about social media, right? Social media always dogging a man that don't work or a man that's not bringing in that much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, he's sitting at home on the game. Get away from Brokey. He stank. He this. He that. You know what I
But
mean?
9 out of 10 he do, and
But
he
hold up
is.
though. But then on the flip side of the coin, when the man bringing in all of the money and the woman, like you explained earlier, looks good, body made, face beautiful, nobody call her brokey. We're expected to sustain her lifestyle.
Hashtag soft life.
So, what happens when the woman make more? Should she sustain the man? Can it be 50-50?
It can be, but that depends on the dynamics of the relationship. Yes, there are a lot of men who sit on their butt, do nothing, smoke, and play
And
the
they call
game all
deadbeats.
day. And they are, if you're able bodied and you're choosing not to go and look for work,
You're
or
a
you're
deadbeat.
not in school, you're not pursuing no goal, you're waiting for somebody to give it to you, you're a deadbeat. And that goes for women too, not just men,
Absolutely.
period. Point blank, period. If you're
Both.
not trying, you're not going after something, working towards something. Let's say you were in school, but you don't literally have the time to. You are like the most hardworking person I know.
You know what I'm saying? No shade.
That was
When you
sweet.
when you did not work, I never looked at you as this man is broken, he lazy. When I see everything that you're doing and whatever it is, if I had to or when I had to step up, I had no problem with doing because I know how
But
hard you go for you
is that
and your
because we're
family.
already in love though? That's what I'm saying.
We could have
We
been dating and I would have felt the same way
I
because
don't think so.
I do.
I can't say that.
I believe.
I can't say
I
that.
don't believe.
I feel
So,
like
I don't believe that.
you feel what I'm saying? Like, and I love her. Don't get it twisted. But I just feel like if she would have bumped into me and I'm struggling and I'm like, yo, Cat, what's up, baby? Good to see you again. Like, let's go out, let's do something. And you know for a fact that I'm sitting on the couch and I ain't doing nothing. Bruh, I just don't see you giving up everything to say, let me go struggle with this dude. I just don't see that. And you don't really see that in relationships no more. That's what I'm saying. Everything is predicated on what can I get, what can you bring me, and how fast can I get it.
But what if I told you I did do that before?
so
Went through it, been there, and done that.
okay.
Okay.
So my problem with the breadwinner woman thing was don't if you gonna allow me to be the breadwinner and you're not gonna do anything, don't distract or take me away from things that's making me make money.
And see, I've been there too. Too. I've had someone literally tell me like, all you care about is work. All you
Right.
care about is making money. All you care
Right.
about is hustling. You don't care about me, and you don't care about
And it
so
just be
much of
like,
things. And
what?
I'm like, do you not understand that if I don't,
You're
then
not gonna have.
we won't have anything?
Right.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What did that do to y'all mental health? And bro, you can chime in on this one too. Like, what did that do to y'all mental health when y'all was the breadwinner in the relationship and y'all felt like, I mean, okay, you gave him 10 bands. Are y'all still together?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You gave him 10 bands and now y'all not together no more. During that period of time, like, what was your mental like? Because you supplying.
Honestly, what Cash just said, I was paying for somebody to get the hell away from me.
So what would you say your mental health was at that time? You like, bro, I'm fatigued. I'm overwhelmed. Get out.
Yeah. No, well, I really wasn't. Well, I was overwhelmed, but I was like super overwhelmed to the point like as soon as he would leave or whatever, if I needed to cry, scream or whatever, I like screaming. That's my thing.
Hmm.
But if I needed to do any of that, I would do that.
So, all right. More like a negative side of mental health. Bro,
Yeah.
what? No, I'm going to come to you last. What was your mental health when you was winning and he was down in the dumps?
Uh, my mental health was it was very unstable and it was all over the place. I was constantly in my head thinking of an escape route, an escape time. When
Hmm.
should I? When can I? How am I going to get out? And it was just like constantly closing like the light just started. It would go like that. So
What was yours, bro? And you probably know where I'm going with this, but what was yours?
Big facts. Um, for me, man, definitely, I had about a good number of nervous breakdowns. Again, gosh, all you doing is you just care about the money. You don't care about this. You don't care about that. Well, duh, because if I don't make this money, it's not going to come together. I think when it comes down to my mental at that time, it wasn't that I was paying to get away, but I made sure I was busy enough to where I ain't got to come back to what's
mm,
going on.
I'm going to tell you. For me, like I said, like I've never been a trick, but when I felt like you was trying to trick me, it made my mental health really negative, like with a negative connotation, because now I'm starting to look at the world instead of looking at the world as, oh, I could date you, we can fall in love and be pure. Now I'm
I
looking at you
respect you.
like, what you trying to get from me? Like, why you over here? Like, what you want? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm kind of playing this cat and mouse game with you,
mm,
where I'm like, let me give her $5 and see if she asks me for five more. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see what's going on. The reason why I brought that up is because when women are in the provider seat, like y'all deal with the same negative mental health that us men deal with when we're trying to get y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we're constantly investing, might not be getting anything in return. Like I said, like women, they promote it all on Instagram. Look how many DMs I got. I ain't responding to none of y'all.
I want to be honest. While I'm sitting here actually like listening and interacting,
Yeah.
I've never been one of those. I never got any of that treatment. Like,
But see, that's a
Because you
win
don't
though.
require it.
let me get. Like, because
You
I
have
don't
to
care for that.
require it. Yeah, well, that's not, if that's not you, that's not you. But like you
Yeah,
said, like, are you single right now?
I am.
You're single. You have two children. You clearly take care of your children.
He's not getting his
You
rent paid.
you were.
It's like that.
Disclaimer.
But go ahead, sis.
Like, I think if you ever allowed yourself to be put in a position to, and I'm not saying stop working and don't do anything, because you're still going to take care of yourself and your responsibility, because you've always had to. Nobody's ever done that for you. But it's like, if you ever get in a position where you actually have a partner, the relief and the soft mental state you're going to be in is going to make you be so much more receptive and, submissive, that you're going to be like, then people are like, who are you? You're like, I don't know, but I'm happy. Because when you actually have a partner who is there with you and who's not going to let you do it alone, even though they know you could, it makes a big, big difference, especially when you're a woman coming from having to take care of everything to somebody saying, I got that. You put that away for something else that we may need on the back end, but I got that. You know what I
You
mean?
know what's crazy? I had a bro that I was talking to, I think it was on Tuesday. I literally talked to him for 2 hours on the phone.
Mm.
And like he's recently divorced. I think like 7 months or 6 months divorced, right? Young dude, like our age. Recently divorced, and basically he's like trying to get back into the dating scene, right? And oh god,
Oh, my bad, babe. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rent.
That's what's up.
Rent. Rent.
Now we about to break up.
Rent.
So
Rent.
that don't matter
Rent.
to me. Let's not break up over
Quiet.
all this.
Rent and a new pair of shoes. Come on now. You
oh,
can't beat that. You
Come
better
on
be
now.
you
quiet.
better be in love by the
Come on
night.
now. Talk to me like that.
Shoes
You a
come free
sad. You
by
gonna take
themselves.
it.
Takes all gifts,
You gonna
baby.
take
What?
it.
But
Hey,
my boy,
come
he's a
on, baby. We got it.
hey, look, my boy, he a manager or whatever. Like he killing the game, degree dude, like all of that. He like, yo, bro, I'm trying to get back into the dating scene. He like, but I'm lost out here right now. He like because I'm genuinely, I think he has 2 or 3 kids. So he's like, yo, I'm genuinely trying to get to know you. And you know what I'm saying? I guess he had put something on Instagram. He's not really a social media dude, but he had like a issue with a date that he went on. Like basically the girl was like, okay, yeah, I'll go out on a date with you, you know what I mean, whatever, but you know what I'm saying, my nails and hair cost 300.
Yeah, he went on the Kendra G show.
But look, so he like, okay, that's what's up. So what time you want me to pick you up? Like he didn't get it. Like, and she's like, right. So should I book the appointment or what? So he throws on social media like, so at what point am I supposed to like? I gotta pay for your hair, nails. You know what I'm saying? Just to see you, like whatever. Is this true love? You know what I'm saying? So he
That's
basically tells
definitely not
me,
true love.
he says, bro, I'm trying to build a partnership, and that's this is what triggered my story because you said something about partnership. He's like, I'm trying to trigger a partnership. She's focused on solely who's buying what and who's paying. So let me ask y'all, what's more important, the partnership or the financial contributions?
I think it have to start with the type of partner that you choose. And I know you keep you made the statement like, I'm not a trick, I've never been a trick, and I have never taken you for one. But it's more so like, it ain't tricking if you got it. Like, to me, you were just
Okay.
a man who was being a man and who was showing interest in the woman that you wanted to pursue and date. Like, you make a lot of comments about what you do and how you don't and what you don't and how you not and will never. But when I think about me and our dating, um, you know, little quarrel we had, I'm like, well, one of the things that, made me more interested in you is how concerned you were with me.
Exactly.
And I could just say, but this is the thing, like, I would just say something. I remember one time I was at your house. Like I'm about to go, home, but before I go home, I got to stop off in the city. I got a job to do, and I got to go buy all new bar stuff because I just moved and threw all my stuff away. And I'm just telling you my store, my spill on my way there. You literally said, "How much is the stuff you got to go get?" I said, honestly, I do not know an exact number because I didn't, because I need to go bust down a whole new, like basically build a kit outside of the stuff that I already had. And I was like, I don't know, maybe $300-400. And you literally was like, you went in your stuff, you did whatever you did, and you was like, I'm gonna send it to you. And you said, I'm gonna just give you cash. I said, cash for what? He was like, so you can go get your stuff. And I'm like, for real? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you remember that?
I mean, I probably was a little small, like a little small trick every now and
But to me, that's not tricking. That is, to me,
Did
that's
you give him
somebody.
cookie after?
He got it before.
again.
He paid for it.
so
Say,
so
sanctify, feel the Holy Ghost. All
So
right.
what I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying that it's always about a man doing for a woman. I feel like some women are out of line because if you don't look decent for yourself, then baby, let me tell you, you don't even need to be going on a date. You shouldn't even be accepting dates or DMs at this point.
Okay, but let me say this. Now she didn't touch this story, so y'all know I got to come back with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay. I felt, but see, it's about making the man feel comfortable within the culture. You know what I'm saying, for the relationship. You feel me? So what happened was that you made me feel like we were more than just two people that were dating or screwing or linking or situationships or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, boom. First time she ever came to my house. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows that her and I, we share a son that's 14. So we go back to high school days. First time she came to my house, you know what I'm saying? I live like a man, right, bro? So in my refrigerator, it's like, it's no organization in there. It's meat,
Disgusting.
it's drinks in there, it's lettuce,
Spilt over
the,
stuff.
the, the meat sitting on top of the tomatoes. Like, I don't care, man. As long as I can eat it all at the end of the day, I'm going to rinse it off. She opens up my refrigerator. We're not even dating. You feel me? She opens up my refrigerator and she's like, Isaiah, what is this? And I'm like, what's the problem? You see something in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, everything good? You feel me?
He
Like,
thinking I see a bug or something. He's like,
yeah,
something in
because I,
there?
I had
What's
a
going
very
on?
nice big house. So I'm like, it's not nasty. I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, you got the meat on top of the lettuce. You got the lettuce on top of the drink. You got everything. You got food that you saving for later at the top. It's supposed to be over here.
A
She
mess.
literally
Wait, you
cleaned
supposed to
out
put food that you're saving for later in a certain spot in the fridge?
according to her. You know what I'm saying? But
Don't
this is what
open
I'm
up my fridge when you come over.
saying.
Please.
But what she ended up doing, she cleans out the whole refrigerator. Boom. Then as she cleans out the refrigerator, she wipes it out. You know what I'm saying? Soap, da da da.
Okay.
Then she finishes that. Then she washes the dishes. Then she like moves over into the living room and the dining room and she's just cleaning. You feel me? And we're just sitting here talking. But that to me was wife behavior. Like you're showing me that you're invested into me when she had no idea that she was gonna get anything from me because we didn't screw that day. Like she said, she was on her way somewhere else, and it's it is what it is. So I could have let you clean up, and then you dip, and it'd be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna invite the next breezy over. We gonna sit in the clean house that you just cleaned, and we gonna do our thing. But you made me feel like, okay, I see wife tendencies in her. And then you didn't ask me for nothing. And when I asked you to go out on that date, you didn't say where to. You came in your all-purpose dress. What movie is that from? I forgot. Hey, baby, this is an all-purpose dress. That's Baby Boy. Yeah,
That's that baby boy, dog.
Oh, when they was
Yeah, I got
selling the
you.
dresses out the trunk, I'm gonna
yeah. He said that,
Yeah.
squeeze
baby. This
my
is an
tight up
all-purpose
in this.
dress. You feel me? But she threw on that nice black all-purpose dress, and she was ready for the date. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. You showed me partnership. You feel me? So going with our episode, you know what I'm saying? Love ain't free. She gave me free love, and now look at us. We a young black married couple. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
bro, what you got to say about partnership?
Actually, you bring up an interesting point. I got a very interesting question for the ladies and bro. You can chime in on this too. I think in partnership, I think it does have to do with the expectation of what you desire from a partner and what you want your partner to be. But also the question that I pose is in today's society, oh, we gotta women want to be in their soft girl era. In order to do that, should is it possible to make a man feel valued so that way he can give you that soft girl life? Because if he's not, if you don't allow that man to feel appreciated or valued, there's no possible way he can give you this soft life era that you're desiring. Because now You're not meeting in the middle. There's no equally yokeness. There's not one bond. There's really just a transaction. So for my ladies, do you feel that a man should feel valued in order to reciprocate what it is that you're desiring?
I like that.
So some dudes have mommy issues. So in order for you to even let me show you that, you have to allow it. You can't just be like, my mother ain't, so she
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be. Or some people pick partners just to
Connect situationships.
have them
Yeah.
connectionships.
I think it is important for a man to feel valued. He should feel valued. He should feel wanted. He should feel sexy, just like a woman wants to feel that way. Absolutely.
And
Sexy is kind of
No, a man do want to feel sexy.
sassy.
I'm. I mean, it is what it is. What you want me to say? Handsome, sexy is sexy.
I
Fine.
mean, I know I'm sexy.
Fine, okay, super
Man,
bad.
baby brown sugar
Ain't
straight up.
lying.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Milk
the
honey.
teeth jewelry
Feel
for
me?
me.
I mean, you feel me?
He's annoying.
Yo, this conversation is getting really, really good, y'all. Like we finna go deeper. But yo, as y'all know, this is a black show where we support mental health, we support black products, we support black businesses. So give us a second. We're gonna take this quick commercial break. Y'all pay attention. We're gonna be right back. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Isaiah, and I'm so excited to announce the Psych brand official launch. You're looking at the flyer right now, and it's so easy to cop one of these shirts. All you have to do is head over to our Instagram, exclusively Unfiltered. DM us and let us know that you want one of these shirts. You gotta have it. Look at it. You're literally pronouncing your future. You're literally letting us know that you're not dealing with grief, loss, sickness, disease, defeat, depression, anxiety, or homelessness. Death and generational curses are over. You got to proclaim your future with one of these shirts. We got them in all sizes. Y'all hit us up on exclusively Unfiltered on IG. Peace. All right, everybody, welcome back, man. Listen, the conversation is getting super, super deep. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting ready to dive in even more. You know what I'm saying? We got some stuff going on backstage. It's cool though. Like we gonna keep it rolling. You feel me? We're getting ready to dive in more, man. We're talking about partnerships. We're talking about um, all kind of stuff that is free. Y'all know that the name of episode 2 is love ain't free, but Babe just said a bunch of things that is 100% free in order to get to that point of love that we're all trying to experience.
However,
Hold on, you said that a man should feel wanted, that's free. Valued, that's free. Emotionally safe, that's free. Sexy, that's free. So it just goes to show that if you want something genuine, then you should focus more so on the free aspects that equate out to love and not what you can gain financially that equates out to tricking.
and I agree, but I mean, if you
You heard her. It ain't tricking if you got it.
and in my opinion, it's not. And then, but then when you are I don't want to say misused, but when you're mishandled, then I feel like that's when a man starts to feel like, okay, heifer, now I'm doing too much. Now you're doing too much. Or did you really ask me for that? I don't even know you. How dare you? Like that sense, I feel like the women are jumping off the front porch, like, hey, my name is Cash, and I like to dance, and I like to go out to lounges, listen to live jazz music, and my electric bill $500. So I need you to pay that. So what's up? That's craziness. Like to come at somebody like straight out the gate with a need. Hold on. Like in nine, eight
But
out
a
of
coach,
10, 8 out of 10, the man is in the woman's DM or sliding or with the hard eyes and the oh hey beautifuls and how your day and ha 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 and all that stuff. So she like, well, nigga, what you want? You're not telling me I'm beautiful for nothing because you just feel like giving out compliments. You want something. So if you want some
I
cookie,
want a
I want some
date.
cash. And that's where the culture is today.
And,
Cash for
but
cash.
women
But
Yeah, I
only
was
like
just
a
gonna say I ain't really
suggestion
like
on
that
that.
analogy.
You did.
Nah, you want some
Yeah.
cookie? I'm cash. Like I ain't
no, I
really on
said
that.
I want some cash, like a woman wants money for a
Oh,
date. Don't do that. Not too
I just knew
much.
it was like a bar, but I was like,
Husband said, "Excuse me."
yeah, squeeze me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to focus on that free aspect though. Like I think that you know what I'm saying. I go back to what y'all said earlier about auntie and grandma. Like auntie and grandma, even if you watch them old movies, you know what I'm saying. Go back to like that like that temptation.
Good times.
Good times. You know what I'm saying?
James worked.
They going out.
Florida was home.
They
Okay.
okay.
Cooking.
Okay. Okay.
Cooking.
Every
James,
day.
the food is done, baby. How was work?
These women today can't even cook though.
And these men today can't even buy $10 flowers.
These is door dashers.
I'm sorry, that was personal. My bad.
No, but we can go there though.
That was.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got dumped for asking for
I got,
flowers.
I got sick of what?
I got dumped by a December Sag
I'm crying.
for
But you know
First
what?
off, it was me.
asking for flowers.
Don't project on me. That,
I
that,
mean, he was
that
the
was
day after yours.
That was a little transference right there.
Yeah, that was
But,
definitely.
yeah,
Don't know if I could trust you.
psychological term transference just happened right now. You know what I'm saying? In the studio.
We still cousins though.
Ooh. What is a cousin?
I'll tell you about it later, but offline. But I have a question about that.
Yeah, because Baltimore cousins
Okay.
ain't real cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was
They
like, nah.
kissing cousins.
Like, it's cool.
They
But I do have a
cousins.
question.
What you got?
Um, in that you said, Florida was at home cooking. James was at home. Oh, not at home. He was at work, working
Mm-hmm.
hard, right? But do you realize that when James came home, he was always upset and angry about something?
But the house was still clean. James was upset about petty stuff. Little ignorant, just petty stuff. You just come home picking.
All right,
That's
so
how I
real
feel.
quick, are you saying that you believe in gender roles?
I do.
So a woman should do
Well,
something different.
yeah and no.
Yes.
I'm saying yeah and no because I will do the things that a
Or
man
at least-
that they say a man is supposed to do, but
In what way though? Like domestically, financially.
I'll take out the trash. I grill. I'll cook on the grill. I'll fix something up like a bed or something. But I'm not gonna ask you to do everything. But if you there,
Help out.
you know what I'm saying? 2K can wait real quick. Come here, baby.
Bro, you believe in gender roles?
To a certain extent, yeah. And this is why I brought it up because earlier in the show we were talking about she sent 10 guns and we were talking about the whole aspect of a woman basically doing certain things that a man would do. Do you guys feel like in today's culture that's kind of what is tearing everything apart because now you have not over emasculated women, but that you have women in the position of where like, oh well, I have to think for myself because if I don't, no one will, and that kind of takes it all the way back to even when we were being in slave times. But and you have to defend for yourself. So I mean, in a gender role sense, if a man is to provide, protect, then and the woman's doing the man's job, then where do you meet in the middle to say,
Bro,
No,
I like
I
what you
will?
just said. I like what you just said because you're going into episode number 3 because we're going to dive into that next week. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, before I introduce episode number 3, one word answer. Is love free, Baltimore Bria?
Free.
It's free. Bro, peace. Is love free?
Nah, I'm lying, but
Bro
no,
said no.
yeah,
So he said no. Babe, is love
yeah.
free?
no, love's not free.
All right, so we got 2 no's, and I'm going to say true love is free. So we got 2 no's and 2 yeses. Listen, y'all, it's been a powerful episode. Episode number 2. Love is not free. Y'all know y'all enjoyed the conversation, but do us a favor and help us settle the dispute. Type it in the comments. Is love free to y'all, or do you feel like it's an investment? And what we really need you to do is we need you to meet us right back here next week because we're going deeper into episode number 3 where we're going to deal with submission, support, and the struggle to lead. Yeah, females, we about to go there because y'all do not like that word submit in this culture. Bow down.
That's when I come covered up.
Bow down for what? We getting ready to dive into it,
Obey.
man. So we appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and follow. Appreciate all of my guests, Lady Cash, the Queen, my good brother Aaron, and of course Baltimore Bria. We'll see y'all back here next week. Peace.